Today, I'd like to speak with you about mindful eating. Now, the reason why you should try mindful eating is because it increases your control over food and increases your enjoyment of the food. It actually helps make your digestion easier. It reduces calories and it decreases binge eating and food cravings. Now you may ask, how do I do mindful eating? I'm about to tell you. First things first is you want to be in tune with your body. Recognize before you sit down, why am I about to eat? Are you about to eat because emotionally you're feeling down, so you stress eat? Or are you eating because your body's actually telling you that it's hungry and to feed me? What I want you to do is get in touch with your body and realize when your body's actually telling you that it's hungry and you need to eat. That is the only time you should be eating. And that also is not to say that you should wait long periods of time and by the time you sit down, you're starving. So you want to recognize, I think I'm hungry right about now. It's time for me to sit down and eat, as opposed to emotional eating or waiting too long. The second thing I want you to do is sit down and eat. Don't stand, don't be in the car, rushing. I want you to sit down and relax to eat. The next thing you want to do is you want to eliminate all distractions. So a lot of us like to multitask, where we'll watch TV, we'll read, watch this video, or do some other form of multitasking while we eat. Let's limit those distractions and only focus on our plate and focus on eating. Which leads me to the next thing. The only exception as far as distractions is eat with others. That increases your social health, as well as it allows you to slow down while you're eating, because you're busy socializing and talking, and you tend to take your time while you're eating with others. The next step that I want you to do is engage all of your senses. So when you have food in front of you, I want you to notice how it looks. I want you to notice how it feels. So we're giving you permission to touch your food, okay? The next thing, notice how it tastes when you put it in your mouth. And also notice how it sounds. Is it crunchy or not? So engage all of your senses when you're eating. The next thing I want you to do is, when you do actually eat, chew your food. I want you to actually chew twice as long as you normally would. A lot of people don't know this, but it takes your brain about 20 minutes to realize when you're full. So if you're scarfing down your food and you're eating so fast, you're not allowing your brain to catch up with your body to tell you, stop, hold on, we're full. If your brain doesn't catch up to your body, that leads to you overeating and not realizing that you're full when you need to realize that you're full. This actually goes into the next tip, which is to stop when you're full. A lot of us grew up in a household where our parents or grandparents told us, you're not allowed to leave the table unless that plate is clean. Well, I'm giving you permission to actually leave food on that plate as long as you're hungry. Once again, channel in and really connect with your body and know the signs of your body telling you that you're full, and I want you to stop. The next thing I want you to do is, once again, pay attention to your body and get in tune. Notice how food makes you feel. When you eat certain foods, realize, how does it make me feel physically? How does it make me feel emotionally? Are you eating certain things and afterwards you're feeling, man, I'm bogged down, I have no energy, it makes me feel a certain way? Then that is something that you need to think about. Maybe I shouldn't be eating those items. Or you may decide, you know what, I realize that this particular food makes me feel this particular way. I'm willing to go ahead and take that sacrifice. But at least you'll understand and you'll know, and it'll be easier for you to make that decision next time you have that food. A few other tips that I have is plan out your meals and place foods on smaller plates. So when you place foods on smaller plates, it actually tricks your mind into thinking that you actually have more food than you really did. And also as well, our plates have actually gotten bigger over the years. So it actually helps with portion control as well. The last trick that I have for you is to decrease processed foods. So a good rule of thumb is when you go to the grocery store, stay on the outskirts of the grocery store where you're getting more whole foods instead of processed foods. The further in that you go into the grocery store, those are pretty much more of your processed foods. Processed foods are not foods that you can grow. They're not foods that you would pick off the vine. So as I stated, decrease processed foods. I hope these tips really helped you, and I hope that you can implement them today. Let me know if they helped you or any other questions that you may have about mindful eating.